Have you ever wondered if there's more to your journey than what you can see? Perhaps you're on a path, unaware of the divine encounters that are shaping your future, guiding you towards someone who will change your life forever. What if everything you've been waiting for is already on its way, and you just have to trust in the unseen? There are whispers in your heart, signs that lead you closer, yet the answers won't come until the time is right. The question is, are you ready to recognize them when they arrive? Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll understand how God is orchestrating everything behind the scenes, and how this will change your life in ways you never imagined. If you're ready to embrace what's ahead, hit that like button, subscribe for more insightful content, and share this video with those who might need a little guidance on their own journey. Also, drop a comment below letting us know where you're watching from. I'd love to hear the country you're joining us from. Before God brings your soulmate into your life, He first prepares you for this divine connection. This preparation process is not one of mere waiting, but of transformation. God's hand is at work in your heart, mind, and soul, refining you so that you can recognize and embrace your soulmate when the time comes. Think of it like the work of a gardener who tills the soil, removes the weeds, and nurtures the earth so that the seeds can grow into something beautiful. Similarly, God is cultivating your spirit, pruning away old wounds, healing past emotional scars, and preparing you to love in a way that aligns with His divine purpose. This process often involves deep personal growth. You may face situations that challenge your understanding of love and partnership. You may need to release past hurts, traumas, and unresolved issues that could otherwise hinder your ability to connect with someone in a healthy, fulfilling way. The Bible is filled with stories of individuals who underwent significant preparation before meeting their divine partner. Joseph, for example, spent years in Egypt, enduring trials and hardships before he was ready to marry Mary, the woman God had chosen for him. His heart needed to be shaped by God's plan, and it was only after he was spiritually and emotionally equipped that the time was right. Ruth's story also highlights this preparation process. Ruth had to leave everything familiar to follow her mother-in-law to a foreign land. It was through her unwavering faith and trust in God's plan that she eventually met Boaz, her soulmate. In Ruth's case, God was preparing not just her, but also Boaz, showing us that sometimes God is also working on the heart of your future partner while you are being prepared. When we talk about preparation, we're not just referring to external circumstances, but to your internal readiness. Are you emotionally healthy enough to build a relationship that reflects God's love? Are you spiritually aligned with His will, trusting that He knows the perfect time and place to bring your soulmate into your life? Often this preparation requires a lot of patience. We live in a world that demands instant gratification, but with God, the process unfolds at the right time, in the right way. This is why waiting can sometimes feel like a test of faith. God uses the waiting period to strengthen you, refine your character, and deepen your trust in Him. It's during this time that He reveals your worth, showing you that you are not just waiting for someone, but you are being prepared for a partnership that will fulfill His greater purpose. And let's not forget the importance of surrender. You may not always understand why certain things happen, or why your soulmate hasn't come into your life yet. But just as the psalmist reminds us, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Proverbs 3:5. As you wait, allow God to mold you into the person you need to become, for both yourself and the one He has chosen for you. It's all part of His grand design. And remember, the preparation process is not a punishment. It is a blessing, a chance to grow in His love and wisdom. Keep trusting in God's timing, for He knows exactly when you are ready for what He has in store. What might this divine preparation look like in your life? How can you embrace this waiting period, trusting that God is preparing both your heart and your future soulmate's heart? for the beautiful union He has planned. You see, the key to understanding when the time is right lies not just in external signs, but in your readiness to receive His gift of love. So, as you continue your journey, reflect on the ways God is working in your heart today and the ways He is preparing you for what's to come. God has a way of orchestrating the most unexpected encounters. These divine meetings happen in ways that often defy human logic and reasoning. We are often caught up in the idea that love and even finding a soulmate should follow a certain formula. We date, we plan, we meet, and we connect. But God's methods don't work like that. His timing is not bound by our schedules, and His approach doesn't rely on dating apps or human strategies. Instead, He weaves our lives together in ways that only He can orchestrate, leading us toward our soulmate in the most divine and unexpected ways. In the Bible, we see this concept play out in numerous ways. One of the most famous examples is the story of Ruth and Boaz. Ruth wasn't looking for a soulmate when she met Boaz. In fact, she was simply following her mother-in-law's instructions to gather food in the fields. But God, through Ruth's obedience and faithfulness, arranged the perfect encounter. Boaz was not only her future husband, but he also played a key role in the continuation of God's plan for Israel. Their meeting wasn't a coincidence. It was a divine appointment that fulfilled a greater purpose. Similarly, the story of Isaac and Rebekah shows how God orchestrated their meeting through His divine guidance, beyond the ordinary means of human matchmaking. This is a powerful reminder that the timing and the means of finding our soulmate are not in our hands. When we trust in God's plan, we come to understand that He is working behind the scenes, even in what appears to be chance meetings. When we live our lives with purpose, listening to His guidance, we unknowingly walk into situations where our soulmate is also being prepared. It's a beautiful dance of divine timing. These moments are not mere accidents. They are the signs of God's hand in our lives, moving us closer to the person He has destined for us. We often miss these divine encounters because we are too focused on our own plans. We expect things to unfold in a particular way, and when they don't, we become disheartened or discouraged. But it's in these moments that God is asking us to trust Him more. He may lead us to places we never imagined we would go, or connect us with people who seem unrelated to our lives. But just like the unexpected meeting of Ruth and Boaz, or the way Isaac's servant was led to Rebekah, God works in the unseen. His ways are higher than ours, and the encounters that seem coincidental are often His divine design unfolding before us. And what about the detours in our lives? Those moments when things don't go as planned? Could they be part of God's divine plan to lead us to our soulmate? It's easy to feel frustrated when life takes an unexpected turn, but it's in these moments that God may be guiding us closer to our destiny. It's like a road that seems to lead us away from our destination, but ultimately takes us where we need to be. Trusting in God's guidance during these detours is crucial. His plan is always better than our own. So how can you prepare yourself for such unexpected encounters? The key is to remain open to God's leading, even in the mundane moments of life. Stay in tune with His voice, be obedient, and trust that He is moving you toward the person who will be your soulmate. These moments are often hidden in the ordinary, but with the eyes of faith, you'll begin to see them for what they truly are. Divine appointments that align with God's perfect plan for your life. Trust in His wisdom, for He knows exactly when and where your paths will cross. And when they do, you'll recognize the profound significance of the moment, knowing that it's part of His greater plan for your destiny. Now let's explore how your soulmate will not only change your life emotionally, but also spiritually in the next chapter. When God brings a soulmate into your life, it's not just about companionship, it's about spiritual alignment. A true soulmate sent by God is someone who not only complements you emotionally, but also strengthens your faith. This divine partnership goes beyond the attraction and connection you feel in the natural realm. It is a relationship that is meant to elevate you spiritually, drawing you closer to God rather than pulling you away from Him. This is the profound difference between a relationship that is simply satisfying in the flesh and one that aligns with God's divine purpose for your life. In the Bible, we find many examples of couples who were not only partners in love, but also in faith. One such couple is Isaac and Rebekah. When Rebekah agreed to marry Isaac, she was not just joining him in an earthly partnership, she was becoming part of God's divine plan. Their marriage was not merely about companionship, but about fulfilling the prophecy and the promises God had made to Abraham. Their union was a testament to how God's plan for a soulmate goes far beyond human desires and emotions. Their relationship became a shared mission of faith, each partner strengthening the other in their walk with God. God's design for our soulmates is not to simply make us happy in a worldly sense, but to bring us into a deeper relationship with Him. A true soulmate encourages and supports you in your spiritual growth. They are not a distraction from God's calling on your life, but a catalyst for you to grow closer to Him. This partnership allows you to build each other up, challenge each other, and support one another in your shared mission of serving God. Your soulmate will walk beside you, not only in the highs of life, but also in the valleys, reminding you to keep your eyes on the Lord. Think about it. What is the purpose of marriage in the Bible? It is to reflect Christ's love for the church. Ephesians 5:25. A soulmate, in this sense, becomes a living reflection of God's love, mercy, and grace. Just as Christ gave Himself up for the church, a godly soulmate gives sacrificially for the good of the other. Their presence in your life should encourage you to grow in love, forgiveness, and trust in God's plan. It is through this partnership that you both help each other to become better servants of the Lord. However, discerning whether a relationship strengthens your faith or leads you away from God can be challenging. There are many distractions in this world that may promise to bring happiness or fulfillment, but only a relationship rooted in God's will truly strengthen your spiritual walk. The signs are clear. If you know where to look, does this person help you to grow in your faith? Do they encourage you to seek God's will above all else? Are you able to pray together, grow together, and serve God together? If the answer is yes, then you have found a soulmate that aligns with God's plan for your life. But if your relationship pulls you away from God or leads you to compromise on your values, that is a red flag. Your soulmate should be the one who strengthens your commitment to God. They should walk with you on this journey, each of you supporting the other in faith, always pointing each other back to God's purpose and plan. The influence of a true soulmate on your faith is immeasurable. It's not just about companionship, but about growing in purpose, love, and devotion to God. Your relationship should be a living testimony to God's goodness, a reflection of His love, and a partnership that brings both of you closer to His heart. As you continue your journey in faith, remember that God's plan for your soulmate is always tied to His greater purpose for your life. And as we move to the next chapter, let's take a moment to reflect on the process of waiting. How can you trust God's timing? And how can you prepare for your soulmate while you wait? Let's dive deeper into that in the next chapter. The process of waiting for your soulmate may feel like an eternity, especially when it seems like everyone around you is finding their perfect match. Yet waiting is not an inconvenience or a punishment. Rather, it is a divine process of alignment. God does not waste time. He uses every moment of waiting to prepare you for the great gift He has in store for you. In fact, the waiting period is one of the most crucial aspects of God's plan. It is during this time that He works on you, refining your heart, strengthening your faith, and teaching you patience. We often see waiting as a delay, but in God's eyes, it's a season of preparation. His timing is perfect, and while we may not understand why the wait is necessary, we can trust that it is for our good. Just as a gardener waits for the right season to plant, God waits for the right moment to bring your soulmate into your life. He is not withholding love from you. He is preparing you to receive the love that will truly fulfill His purpose. In the waiting, there is also a call to grow and mature. God doesn't want you to simply be waiting around for a soulmate. He wants you to be actively becoming the person He has destined you to be. This time is about developing the strength, character, and spiritual maturity that will allow you to be a true partner in the divine relationship He is preparing for you. The Bible reminds us that those who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. Isaiah 40:31. Your waiting is not in vain. It is an opportunity for renewal and spiritual growth. As you wait, trust in God's perfect timing. Know that He is orchestrating every detail of your life, leading you and your future soulmate closer to each other with every passing day. When the time is right, the prophecy of your union will unfold, and you will see how every moment of waiting was a necessary part of His divine plan. Now let's reflect on how all of this relates to faith and trust in God's process as we conclude this journey through the stages of finding your soulmate. As we reflect on the journey to finding your soulmate, one truth becomes overwhelmingly clear. Trust in God's process is paramount. The path to your soulmate may not always follow your plans, and the waiting may test your patience, but in all of it, God is faithful. He knows your heart, He knows your desires, and most importantly, He knows the perfect time to bring your soulmate into your life. Each step of the way, He is guiding you, preparing both you and your future partner for the union that will fulfill His divine purpose. The key is to surrender to God's timing and trust that He has everything under control. His wisdom surpasses ours, and the signs He places in our lives are not by chance. He is working behind the scenes, arranging circumstances and encounters that may seem random, but are, in fact, part of His grand design. As you wait, focus on growing in your relationship with Him, knowing that He is preparing you for a partnership that will not only bless your life, but will align with His will for your purpose on earth. If this message has touched your heart, please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with those who need to hear this message of faith. And I want to know where you are watching from. Comment below and tell me the country you're joining us from. Let's keep this conversation going and inspire each other on this journey of faith and love.